Well, that's it. We're done. There are no more shows before what could be the most controversial pay-per-view in WWE history. That would indeed be Friday's Crown Jewel, but we're done. We're dusted. We've done Raw. We've done SmackDown. We're about to get that into a second. We'll give some ups and we'll give some downs. And then, we'll come back on Friday and we'll up those downs for WWE Crown Jewel, which, by the way, is no longer taking place in Saudi Arabia. According to the SmackDown commentary team, it is now a global event. The global event known as WWE Crown Jewel. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's up those downs. What a pleasant start to SmackDown though. Because we were basically in AJ Styles' hometown, he came out and he got a lovely reaction from the crowd. And before you could say yes, he called out Daniel Bryan. I did the whole yes thing because I'm a massive nerd. Up. He told him he had something to say and it was nice and simple. Last week, he didn't Pele kick him by accident. He Pele kicked him because he wanted to, and he's going to do the same thing at WWE Crown Jewel. Which is a weird thing to clarify. I understand, AJ Styles, if you were going to fight someone in a wrestling match, you were going to hit them on purpose. Otherwise, what are you going to do? Just look at them and flail your body around and hope that you connect? That was stupid. Daniel also clarified that when he looks at AJ Styles, doesn't see a friend, doesn't see a colleague, he only sees the WWE Champion and he wants that title before Shane McMahon came out and said, look, you two are bickering, you two say you want to fight right now. So you know what? You are going to fight right now. The WWE title match is right now. And obviously that means that Daniel Bryan most likely, we never know, but most likely is not going to Crown Jewel. He's made his voice heard and good for him. But we got a WWE title match on SmackDown. It did indeed kick things off and surprise, surprise, it was absolutely brilliant. I mean, what did you expect? What did you expect? Up. Golden up. We could sit here and go through it move by move, but that would be ridiculous, especially because it was quite the sizable encounter that would actually take up the rest of the episode. Just for me to be going Daniel Bryan, arm drag, AJ Styles, drop kick. Nobody wants to watch that. Seeing these two in a WWE ring though was magic, and if for some reason you ever doubted the skills of AJ Styles or the skills of Daniel Bryan, just take 15 minutes or however long it went to go and watch this. I promise you, you'll be pleasantly pleased. Finish came after AJ Styles smashed Daniel Bryan with the Styles Clash and then made him tap out to the Calf Crusher. And this has got to be the best SmackDown match of 2018. I may be wrong, and please do correct me in the comments, but in my brain, it's definitely number one. We also found out how WWE was going to balance this situation out because guess who returned to SmackDown Live when all was said and done? That's right, Repo Man. Wasn't Repo Man. Should have been Repo Man. Repo Man would probably go to Crown Jewel. He'd be desperate. It was Samoa Joe. He laid out Bryan, he laid out Styles, and then he stood there and he posed with the belt because that's just what we do in pro wrestling. Even though when you actually think about it, it makes absolutely no sense. So make of that what you will, but taking it within the context of how this was presented, it was a badass way to kick off SmackDown. Backstage promos for the World Cup featuring Jeff Hardy and The Miz followed, and they are going to get it down because, as I keep saying, we've got to stop scripting promos. For starters, I'm sick of all these backstage interviews with some guys in a darkened room looking right at the camera. I mean, like I'm doing now, but that's not the point. Saying, oh, I'm Jeff Hardy and I don't talk in real words. I use strange dialogue that somebody else has written for me. But also, it just sounds fake. Jeff Hardy don't sound like Jeff Hardy. The Miz don't sound like The Miz. It sounds like they're reading scripts. I don't want to see grown men and women reading scripts unless I've gone to see a lovely play. Down. Another backstage skit was tied into this as Charlotte had a lovely little conversation with Paige. This was much better. Up. As you know, if you watch Ups and Downs regularly, I'm a big fan of story seed planting, and boy howdy, did we do some planting here because Paige said to Charlotte, look, do you want to be the captain of the SmackDown Women's Survivor Series team? Charlotte said she didn't feel like she was the right choice. I'm guessing because she's not dealing very well with all the fallout from Evolution where she lost. Paige asked her to reconsider, so I guess this will play out over the next few weeks. And of course, all the fans booed Charlotte as soon as she appeared on the screen. Oh, WWE, what are you doing? Oh, the only thing I will say here is, though, when we do have a two-person shot, nobody talks to each other like this. No one does that. If the other person's here, by the way, this is the other person. No one talks like that and goes, they do this. They look at each other. It's nice and simple, WWE. That probably screwed up my camera shot as well, just 'cause I had to make that point. Yeah. What came next should have really been a down 2. Every time we do get Halloween-esque matches, they usually fall flat on their face. However, because the New Day just have so much fun with everything they do, they save the day, getting up. The main reason for this is because Kofi Kingston, Big E and Xavier Woods dressed up as the Brood. They had the entrance, they came up with all the clothes, they had that music that we all love. It was just stupid, and sometimes I like stupid. It is kind of a shame that it led to Big E versus Cesaro, because I honestly feel like I've seen that match 72,000 times. But hey, Big E eventually spat the red mist into Cesaro's face. He pinned him. That was that. If this is what we're going to do for Halloween, I actually think WWE got it exactly right. I may have missed this too, but has it actually been explained why Big Show turned heel? I mean, maybe he did and the reason was so dumb, I just forgot about it. But as far as I know, he just walked out one day and thought, well, the bar could probably use a third member. I can do that. I don't really like Kofi Kingston. I'll chokeslam him through a table. Nothing. Nada. Zero. Gets it down. We then got a right swerve from Shane McMahon, but hey, at least it was interesting. Up. He had all the World Cup participants backstage, and he literally turned to them and said, look, whoever gets to the final of this World Cup tournament, if you lose to whoever the Raw guy is, I'm gonna fire your ass. So in many ways, if you weren't confident going into this, it would be better to lose to another SmackDown guy, because if you do make it all the way to the last match and you screw it up, you don't have a job. Calm down, Shane, and you can't unsay it now because you said it. So if like Randy Orton does get there and he fails and you don't fire him, I'm gonna think you're a damn liar. As a small aside, when Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton and The Miz were all cutting their little promos before Shane McMahon speak, once again, it was the most scripted thing ever. It didn't sound real. Next, we were meant to get Shinsuke Nakamura versus Ty Dillinger, but unfortunately, Ty Dillinger got hurt at a house show 24 hours previously or something like that, so R-Truth had to be subbed in instead. So, all the best wishes to Ty Dillinger. Hope you get better soon. That really sucks. However, R-Truth and Nakamura getting up. You'll be shocked to hear that Shinsuke did win after the Kinshasa, but now please can we start doing something with the US champion? I mean, why does the US champion never show up to SmackDown? Why does he never defend his belt? And why, sometimes, can he not even be bothered to do anything? Commentary tried to explain it by saying, oh, well, he doesn't think he deserves any competition and he doesn't think he needs to come to SmackDown. Bullshit. You do. Get in a feud. That's not your fault, Shinsuke. It's WWE's. They ain't booking you in this, but still, drives me nuts. Down. And up for Becky Lynch's promo, though. Up. Nothing too over the top here. She came out, said that she was the best at Evolution, and she did exactly what she said she was going to do. And now that Ronda Rousey is her new opponent at Survivor Series, she will head there and she will break Ronda Rousey's arm. Also, please note that Becky was cheered like a champion here, which actually makes Rousey versus Lynch quite interesting, because in which direction is the crowd gonna go? And we had a fun main event too. Getting up. It was all the World Cup dudes having a tag team match. So it was Rey Mysterio teaming with Jeff Hardy to take on Randy Orton and his best friend, The Miz. Once again, Rey was the highlight here. Ever since he's come back, he looks better than ever, and the faces did win after Jeff Hardy had slammed The Miz with a swanton bomb. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. SmackDown wasn't going to end like that though, because Randy Orton was now pissed off that he hadn't got the victory. So he gave an RKO to Jeff Hardy. He gave a really good RKO to Rey Mysterio, who he caught out of midair. And then silly Miz, he went up to Orton and gave him a tap like, yeah, we did it, we're friends. Randy Orton was like, I don't have friends. Gave an RKO to The Miz as well. And that was that. And that was your go-home show for WWE Crown Jewel, the global event. And I will say not a lot happened. All the stuff with Samoa Joe was pretty good, but it kind of ticked along, just ticked the boxes. Maybe because WWE realized that we just need to get through this week and start again on Monday. Or at least that's how I feel about the situation. What an absolute palaver. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you thought about last night's SmackDown. Like, share, and subscribe. Head over to WhatCulture.com and read yourself some articles. Follow WhatCulture on Twitter, WhatCulture WWE. My name is Simon from WhatCulture, and one last reminder. Friday, maybe Saturday morning, whenever timings work out, come join me as I up those downs for WWE Crown Jewel.
So that was our video. Thank you for watching. Please do feel free to click on anything happening around my head or something terrible might happen to this dog. Is that you too sweeting me, bro? Ugh. Disgusting. That's really bad.